This is just a short sequence of gentle Pilates exercises and stretches just to help alleviate any stiffness or pain you might be getting into your spine. Okay, so if you can, make sure you've got a pillow and also a band or a belt so you can stretch your hamstrings at the end, and you can start either on the mat, but we're going to try and start off with a couple of roll downs if possible. So you've got that lovely long length going through your spine. You're going to be breathing in as you gently lengthen through the back of the neck. Make sure the knees are soft as we just slowly roll forward and down. So we're opening gently through the back. You go down as far as you are comfortable with. You breathe in at the bottom. And you breathe out again, drawing up through from the centre. Just rolling all the way back up. Nice and tall. We're going to do that again, breathing in. Breathing out to come forward and down. How much you bend your knees is entirely up to you and how comfortable it feels. But this time I'm going to stay down there. So once you get to the bottom, you're just going to walk your hands forward and you're going to come down onto your hands and your knees. And with your hands and your arms underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, we're going to go into a little cat stretch. So I want you to breathe in. And use your out breath to drop the head down, tuck under through the pelvis and press that spine all the way up to the ceiling. Hold it there to breathe in and then breathe out to return it back to the middle. Let's repeat that again. In breath, out breath, release the head, tuck under through the pelvis and press that spine up, really pushing up to get that lovely feeling of stretch. Breathe in and breathe out to return it back through to the middle. And once you've got it back through to the middle, if you take your knees a little bit wider, sink your bottom towards your heels, and at the same time, walk your fingertips forwards. So we're trying to get length from the tailbone to the fingertips, dropping down, holding it there as you breathe in, as you breathe out. Lovely, and then I'd like you to come all the way forward and down onto your tummy. Your legs are slightly apart, your arms are just resting down with your elbows bent. And we're going to get a little bit of extension through the spine. So as we breathe out, I want you to feel that pulling up from your centre, pressing down through the forearms, and feel your whole body being drawn forward as we float the head. Try to float up from the breastbone. And remember, these don't have to be big to be effective. Releasing it back down again on that next breath. So we're trying to draw forward, pulling up from your centre, getting a nice little bit of gentle extension in your upper back. Should be no strain in your lower back. And again, releasing it down. And remember, you stick to this level if that is more comfortable for you. If, however, you're doing a lot of this kind of work and you want to get a bigger stretch, we're going to be doing it just a few more times, and you have the option to continue to peel up. Make sure you squeeze your bottom, press the legs away from you, and you can come up higher. And then release it back down. We're going to do that 2 more times. So it's that feeling of being drawn forward, getting that initial extension, peeling up, squeezing your bottom, let the muscles in the buttocks do the work as well. And again, releasing it all the way back down. Let's do it once more. Peeling up, stretching it through, and then we're going to release it all the way back down. And then coming up and back into that lovely little shell stretch. Good. Okay. I'd like you to come all the way over onto your back. Again, if you can roll down, roll down. Otherwise, just come down with the aid of your arms. Once you get there, You want to make sure that you've got your feet, your knees and your hips aligned. Try and release as much as you can through and across your upper back, so you're not taking tension into your shoulders or your arms. And as you breathe out, I just want you to tilt back through the pelvis. Let your lower back press lightly down into your mat. And then you can release it through to the centre. And again, you're just going to start that movement again through the lower back. And again, releasing it through. This time though, we're going to turn this into our shoulder bridge. So feel your whole spine melting down and then start to peel up through from your hip bones. The more movement you can get through your spine, the better. You come to the shoulder blades, hold it there to breathe in. Breathing out to release it back down and lengthen through. So we're going to be doing that a few more times. Just trying to get as much comfortable movement through your spine as you can. Releasing it back down again. In reverse. So we're going to do it a few more times, but this time once you've got all the way up to the top there, let's float your arms up to the ceiling with your palms facing in towards each other. We come back down again through your spine. And as you breathe in, I just want you to take your arms all the way out to the side to get a stretch across the front of your body. And again, so we're tilting, peeling, roll up into your bridge. Now we float the arms to the ceiling as we breathe in, and we come back down through the spine. And again, stretching across the front of the body, reaching out to the side. Let's do it one more final time. All the way up. All the way back down. And once you've got back down there, let's take those arms again all the way out to the side. Hold them there. Walk your feet together, knees together, inner thighs together. So we can go into hip roll. Breathing in and out, you drop the knees to the side. Keep the feet glued together. Let your head roll in the opposite direction, but keep those shoulder blades down on the floor. Breathe in to hold that gentle stretch. Breathe out, draw down through from the centre, float it back to the middle. Breathing in and breathing out. To do the same on the other side. Pressing away through the knees, holding it there to breathe in. And again, breathing out to bring it back to the middle. Let's do that once more each side. So you don't have to make these quick, but you can press those knees now right to that front corner. Breathing in and breathing out. And remember to always think of working in opposition. So as the knees go one way, you're reaching right out through to that opposite hand. Stretching right through the side of the body. Again, bringing it back through to the middle. Once you get back there, draw those knees in, one after the other. Hold around the top of the knee. And as you breathe out, draw the knees a little closer in. Let them go away from each other, so we're rolling them round. Nice big circle, bring it back to the middle. Knees come in, take them wide, and circle it round. Do that one more time in that direction. So we're just gently working into that hip. We go back in the other direction. So the circles are only ever as big as your arms are long. That's good. One more left to go. Lovely. Just a little rock side to side. And remember to bring the feet down, one after the other. Good. You're going to roll over onto your side. So if you can, preferably use a little pillow or a little cushion. Your underneath leg can be lengthened with your top knee resting down onto the floor. That just helps to keep you a little bit more grounded. And I want you to reach both arms out in front. So again, a little bit of work for your shoulder and your spine, because we're going to do a circle round. The arm starts to reach up to your ear. We then start to gently rotate through your spine as you continue to circle the arm round and bring it all the way back to your starting position. So we're breathing in and breathing out. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Let's go back in the other direction. Breathing in and breathing out. In breath and out breath. One more time. Good, lovely. And just let your arms completely release. Place your top leg back onto your bottom leg, but bend both legs. You have a little triangle position from your hip, your heel, and your knee. Now, trying to keep that spine long means you want to try and keep a little pickup underneath your waist. It's really important to have strong glutes. They are really helpful in keeping pain away from your back. So as we exhale into our clam, we're pressing it up for 1. And for 2. And for 3. So making sure you keep those hips square and still. And again, squeeze. Squeeze. Still trying to work through your center. Squeeze. Just one more time. Squeeze. Bring the leg down. Float the leg up. Bring it a little closer in towards you without tucking under through your pelvis. And we're just going to do a few little circles around. We're circling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back in the other direction. You can make them as big as you like. Just rolling round, still keeping that little pickup around your waist. Good. One more left to go. Circling it round and gently releasing it all the way back down. So you can either roll over onto the other side or shift yourself over to the other end. All right, so same again, underneath leg long, top knee bent, arms reaching out in front, and as you breathe in, lifting the arm up to your ear and circling it all the way around. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and back in the other direction. Reaching it down and open. That's good. Releasing it all the way down. Let your arms relax. Place your top leg back onto the bottom leg. Remember that little pickup through the waist, keeping that spine long. So 8 of these as we go into our clam. For 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. Twice more, squeeze, and squeeze, and then release the leg down. We float the leg back up, draw it a little closer in towards you. 5 of these, remember, we're going to circle it around for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back in the other direction, making them as big or small as you need to, keeping the rest of the body still. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And gently relax it all the way down. Good. Then you're going to roll back over onto your back. This is when you need your band. So we just get a little bit of stretch through into your hamstrings. So taking your band or your belt underneath your foot and lengthening the leg away. Now often when you have any lower back concerns, it's much nicer to keep that underneath leg bent, but if you do find it comfortable, you could also lengthen that leg, so that's entirely up to you. We want to make sure we've got that lengthening through the hamstrings. Draw down on the bottom of the foot, and as you're holding the stretch, you just move gently through the ankle, lengthening the foot and drawing down from the foot. That will also help to stretch through the lower leg as well, into the calf muscles, the shin. That's good, and then we can just draw the last one down. See if you can hold that stretch all the time, breathing. And then you're going to release it down and we swap it over to the other side. So taking it underneath the foot, lengthening that leg up and away from you. So again, underneath leg bent or lengthened. And as you're holding it there, just make sure that you're not locking out around that knee joint. And again, we can just move through the ankle. So we get that extra bit of work in the shin and the calf muscles. That's good, lovely. Hold the last one down there. Try again to press that heel away, just to make that stretch a little stronger. You don't have to hold these stretches for this length of time. You can release them down earlier if you need to. Good, releasing it down. Both knees now are bent. You're going to cross one leg over the other. You can either cross it over at the knee or you can cross it over at the ankle. Either way, if you tilt back through the pelvis, you draw the leg in towards you. If you're holding the leg there, you can hold at the front of the leg, you can hold at the back of the thigh to draw that leg in a little bit further. That's it, just holding it there and breathing. Don't worry about your back sinking into the floor. And then let's swap it over and do the same on the other side. I'm going to do a different stretch on the other side, just so you know they are both quite good. So this is knee over knee, and now I'm going to hold around my ankles and draw it in, but at the same time, you could always hold around the knees and draw it in. Just a slightly different stretch. Good. And again, release it down. And then once you've uncrossed both legs, bring one knee back in towards your chest. Now you want to try and bring it in towards the same shoulder so it stays aligned. Your underneath leg is going to press away from you, and if you push right out from that heel, really opening up through those hip flexors. While you're holding it there, just want you to circle into the ankle of that top foot. Both directions. That's good. And then do the same on the other side. Bring the leg in first. Slide the underneath leg away. Push right out through from that heel. And with that leg that's pulled in, again, just circle gently into the ankle. Back in the other direction. Good. Lengthened leg slides back in, other foot comes down onto the floor. Let's drop the knees over to the side and just press yourself up into a seated position. And just to finish off, you can sit cross-legged, you can bring your feet together, you can be in any position that is comfortable. Let's place one hand on the floor, other arm comes up to the ceiling, and we're just going to come up and over. And as you stretch, push down through both the opposite hip and the knee. So we're opening, opening, opening through the side, and then releasing it down. And again, we lift and stretch. And I just want you to do that once more each side. So remember, still pull in from your middle, work those abdominal muscles. And release it down, give your shoulders a little roll. And you're all done.